Hi, and welcome to HealyFit with your instructor, Jen. For more, please subscribe, like, or select notifications. Today, I have a Pilates practice for you that's going to focus on your abs and glutes. Starting down onto the floor, you're going to reach your hands toward your heels, lift your legs up or extend all the way to the sky. We're going to go into a slow hundreds-like movement, reaching your hands up to the backs of the knees and then down towards the hips. Draw your shoulders down towards your tailbone and then pull your ribs towards your hips. Eye gaze between the knees, squeezing lightly through the backs of the upper inner thighs as you glue your heels together. Let's go from this into a single leg stretch with straight leg. Extending, look up towards the toes, reach along the back of the leg and get as much length as you can from the back of the knee all the way up to the toes. You feel the stretch, hamstrings, glutes, maybe even into the lower back. Good, now tuck your tummy in and down. Keep your core strength engaged. Awesome, keep going. Keep strength and length into the legs, into the core. Looking upward, reaching and extending. Awesome, after this last one, let's bring the legs all the way up to the sky together and go into your double leg stretch with straight leg. Hands behind the head, whether your head is up off the mat or down towards the floor. You want to keep your abs drawn in and down and just lower the legs low enough that you still have control over the abdominals. So that might be 45 degrees or a little bit lower. Keep your abs locked in, keep your eye gaze between the knees, light squeeze along the backs of the upper inner thighs to pull the heels together so the legs move as one. Awesome. Let's go for one more. And then go ahead, tuck the knees in for your crisscross. Elbow to opposite knee, other leg extends long. Open along the chest line as you twist. And again, keeping that tummy drawn in and down towards the floor. Down and in, away from the waistband. Go ahead, try to keep both shoulders up from the mat or as close as you can. Twist along the thoracic, along the mid-back. Go ahead, try to bring your elbows up as high and as close to the knee as you can. Almost there. And rest. Legs extended all the way out, arms extended all the way up. We're going to peel ourselves up from the floor and go into a spine stretch. So when you're ready, reach your hands up over your shoulders, peel your back up from the floor, reach your hands out, and then slowly reach and extend back. Go ahead, bring your hands back towards the center. Exhale, imprint the spine bone by bone back down to the floor. Keep your tummy pulled in and back, rib cage towards hips, even as you reach the hands up overhead. Let's go to the other side. Twist and reach. Extending forward, imprinting the spine. Awesome. We're going to do 6 more like that. Reach and lift. Open and extend. Back to center and down. Good. Now, as you extend, you want to make sure you're reaching one hand middle, reach the other hand back, and get as much rotation along the mid-back as you can. Now, I want you to imagine as you reach back, you're kind of wringing out a towel. So pull your belly button back towards your spine. So as you lift up, exhale, 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 reach back. Inhale back through center, and then imprint the spine, reach up overhead. Awesome. Just a few more to each side. Way back down, reach the arms overhead, come up and extend to the back. Reach back center and imprint down to your mat. Good, almost there. Reach all the way out to your toes. Let's stretch all the way from your heels up to your shoulders. As you rise up, long, extended posture from crown to hips, arms reaching out to the sides. Let's just circle through the arms a few times. Opening along the chest line, length along the spine, strength along your abdominals. Let's bring those shoulder rolls slowly to the front. Good, just a few more in this direction. 2 and 1. Awesome. Take one hand to hip. Other hand is going to reach all the way out and extend into saw. Back up and reach. Exhale, reach all the way out to the opposite foot. Keep going to the same side. Reach and extend. Again, we're moving along the mid-back, along the thoracic. Reach and lengthen. Exhale, fold and twist. Go ahead, draw the belly in and back. As you twist, just like you're wringing out a towel, navel draws back towards the spine. We twist and exhale. Awesome. Let's switch sides. Reach and extend out towards the pinky toe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, extend. Good. Tall, elevated posture. Exhale, reach, reach, reach. Beautiful. Almost there. And now let's bring both arms out towards the front. Next exercise, we're going to bring the elbows down towards the floor. Rest on your forearms lightly, and then inhale, reach up along lengthened spine. Go ahead, come back. Elbows barely touching the mat or the floor behind you. Go ahead, so we keep the focus on our core strength and stability. Keep the chest lifted. Keep length along the neckline. Awesome. Reach back, and lift up tall. One more. Awesome. Let's do that one more time. At this time, we're going to stay back. Hands by your hips, chest up and tall. We're going to start out with one leg up and then pull the heel down towards the floor. So toes pointed on the way up, and then heel draws down towards the mat. Go ahead, lengthen extension all the way up to the toes. Unfold the back of the knee as best you can to get that length into the hamstring all the way down into the glutes. Good, so we're doing that single leg stretch from this elevated position. Good, now after this last one, let's change it up a little bit. Drag the foot in, bend the knee, extend the leg up long, and then pull the heel down towards the floor. Good, so as you drag the leg in, use the back of the thigh in through the hamstring, and then drag the heel down, pressing through the glute and back of thigh. Awesome. A few more times. Extend and release. Lift all the way up and draw the heel to the mat. Hold the heel in. We're going to open the knee out to the side. Now I want you to push like you're trying to bring the knee all the way down to the floor. Flex into the glute as you do. Keep your belly pulled in and back. Keep your chest elevated and your shoulders retracted. So you want to keep length along the collarbone. Chin lifted up from the chest. Length from tailbone to crown. Awesome. Keep going. Let's add on. You're going to bring the knee out to the side, extend the leg, kind of kicking out towards the side, pull back in, and then bring the knee back towards center. Good. Open, open, open. Draw back in, working in through the hips, into the inner thigh, through the outer thigh, into the glutes. Good. Just a few more. Good, let's go for 3, extend, in and center, 2, lengthen, last one. Awesome. Let's go into the other side, starting with that leg lift and pull back down to the floor. Good. Now, if you need to at any time, reset your posture. So make sure from tailbone up to crown, you've got length. Chin is lifted from the chest. Shoulders are spread across the front of the body, so there's length into the collarbone. And you've got your ab brace, so you're pulling your tummy in and back away from the waistband. Looking up towards the ceiling is a good option to keep that neck long. We've got our extension and fold. Good, so drag the heel in, extend the leg up nice and long, and then pull the heel down towards the floor. Again, readjust whenever you need to. If you have a mirror handy, just go ahead, check, make sure your posture is elevated from that tailbone up to the crown. Just a few more. Drag in, extend, and then pull the heel down towards the floor. Good, in and open. Good, so now we're working into that outer thigh, outer glute, and then pulling in through the inner thigh. Let's go for 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Add that leg extension. Good, so knee opens out to the side. We kick, draw back in, and bring back through center. Good, this is where we try to make sure we have as much room around us as we can. And this is also the point in class when usually someone kicks over a water bottle. So if you've got a water bottle handy at any time, make sure you grab a little bit of hydration to keep your workout going strong. You are almost there. Let's go for 1 more. And relax. All right, lift up into the elbows and then slowly release back down to the floor. So similar to before, but I want you to really push into the heel of the palm and squeeze into the triceps. So here you've got your core, so the abs are working hard, but we're also working into the backs of the upper arms. Good. Press into a tall, elevated posture. This is all going to depend on torso length versus arm length. Good, but try to straighten out along the elbow line best you can. Lift up nice and tall. And now we're going to push into the fingertips, elevate the hips, squeeze into the glutes into a reverse plank. Release back down. Option, heels come in, coming into a reverse tabletop and back down. But I think we came for the challenge today. So either challenge works for you. Come on up and release back down. Good. Push into the fingertips, open along the chest, length along the neck. Still working into the glutes, into the hamstrings, keeping our ab brace, so belly button pulled towards spine. Awesome. As you release back down out of this one, hold, 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 hold. Maybe walk the heels in, squeeze up just a little bit higher, and then release back down to the floor. Let's come into some side leg work. So we're going to come down, bottom hand is going to cradle the head, top hand in front of the belly button, reminding you to keep your abs pulled in and back away from your waistband. Top foot is behind the bottom, so we can do that same move we did from seated, now from side lying. So again, you're going to take that top knee, you're going to push it out to the side, almost like you're trying to push the knee towards the back wall. Go ahead, squeeze into the outer glute, the outer thigh, and then draw the knees back in and down together. Awesome. Last one. Hold that knee up towards the sky from your clamshell. Extend the bottom leg, and let's do some inner thigh leg lifts. Lift up and release back down. Good. Lengthen extension from toes all the way up to the hips. Back foot, heel could be up or down. Up is going to get that isometric hold into the calf. Down is going to give you a little bit more relief into the calf. So if you feel any cramping into the foot or into the back of the shin, you can release that heel down to the floor on the back leg. Let's do some pulses. Lift up about halfway to the height that you went before and pulse up, 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 and up. Good. So just little movements up and down. Focus on the inner thigh as you pulse. Just a few more. And rest all the way down to the floor. Let's slowly lift ourselves up onto the forearm, reach up and over, and we're going to come up into a side plank. Relax down, and then lift back up into your side plank onto your forearm. Now, option, of course, you could come up to your hand. Another option, you could bring that back heel down. So this is just going to destabilize you if you decide to stay on your toes. Go ahead, squeeze into the bottom outer thigh and glute. Almost there. This next one, let's hold it up, lower the back heel if it's up, and let's lift the inner thigh. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. As you come down, front knee stacked in front of the back. Reach up and over into your mermaid, and then back down, slow release, reach up and over. Now I want you to get the stretch along both sides of the abdominals. We're going for a few rounds of this. So as you reach up and over, get length and extension, especially as you reach towards your outstretched feet. Good. So as you lean down, try to reach for one side of the room. And as you lean in the other direction, same thing, reaching towards the other side of the room. God, really stretch through the outer edges of your trunk. And remember, especially around this part in your workout, if you smile, it doesn't hurt as bad. Let's flip it over to the other side. Starting with the knees bent, stacked on top of one another, top foot behind the bottom foot, open up into your clamshell, lift up and release back down. So this is a different option of your clamshell with the feet onto the floor. You could also revisit this workout later and have your feet elevated from the floor, knees, or at least the bottom knee down towards the mat. Reminder to keep your core braced, belly button pulled in and back towards the spine. And your head could rest on your bottom shoulder or into your hand as shown. Good, let's hold this one up, extend the bottom leg, lift all the way up as high as you can, and then release back down. Awesome, keep going. Maybe not quite as high as last time, yeah? Lift all the way up and release back down. God, readjust anytime you need to. Lift and lower. And let's start to add in those pulses as you lift up. Hold this next one and pulse. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Round 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost there. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. Awesome. Let's go into that forearm plank. Reach up and over, lift the hips, reach, and relax back down. Good. Up and over, reach, and relax. Good. Again, that back heel could be up or down. Up is going to require a little bit more calf strength and stability. Down is going to give you more balance and stability, and you'll be able to drive that hip up maybe just a fraction of an inch higher. Good. Let's hold this one. Lift that bottom leg up. 7, 6, 5, 4. Stability and strength. Last 2 and 1. Into your mermaid. Tuck your front foot in front of your back knee. Lift up and over. Really reach and extend. And then drop down. Reach and extend. Good. Each time you reach to one side of the room or the other, feel length all the way from your hips out to your fingertips. Good. Maybe see how much you can stretch from your shoulder down to your hip bone. And then see how gently you can land on the hand or on the fingertips, and how gently you can land onto the elbow or onto the forearm. Awesome. Let's come onto our bellies next. You're going to reach around, flip the legs around behind you, and let's start with the leg lifts. So hands pressed into one another. Open, open, open. Lift those legs and release back down. Good. So keep the chin lifted and keep the shoulders pulled down away from your ears. So you want to keep length along the outer edges of the neck as you lift the heels up and release back down. So you should feel this into the glutes, maybe a little bit into the lower back, and then into the hamstrings. Try to lift the tops of the feet, the shins, the knees, maybe even the edges of your thighs. All right, let's hold here. Push the floor away until the feet touch the floor, and then release back down into a slow swan dive. You can be up onto your fingertips as shown, or you could be down onto your palms. Just press into the backs of the hands, into the knuckles. So you want to feel your hand almost like a suction cup if it's touching the floor. Go ahead, press and release. Lift, 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 and bring it back down. Good. Now every time you come down onto your chest, those feet fly up. Last one. Bring it all the way down. Release the feet to the floor. And let's squeeze the elbows in towards your hips. All right, so this time feet are going to stay onto the floor, and we're going to lift the chest a little bit. Reach the elbows in and back, squeezing through the scapula into the upper and a little bit down to the middle back. Pull your shoulders down towards your hips, expand along the chest so you feel the work along the back body. Awesome. Hold that elbow squeeze, flutter the heels, hands up or hands down. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Reach up, sit back, coming into child's pose. We are in the home stretch of our workout, so keeping everything strong, continuing that focus into your abs and into your glutes. When you're ready, you're going to come up into all fours. You're going to bring one elbow down to the mat, one forearm down to the mat, and you're going to reach the leg that is the same as the hand that's on the floor up to the sky. Good. Now try to keep the rib cage pulled towards the hips and the belly button pulled towards the spine. Eye gaze in front of that bottom forearm, so maybe towards the edge of your mat if you're using a mat today. Light outward turn of the toes. so we feel a little bit more into that outer glute, outer thigh region. Now, next one, we're going to hold up and circle through the toes, kind of tracing the back of the room. Little circles all the way up and around. Let's do 4 more. Lift, 3, 2, and go ahead, reverse the direction of your circles. Bring it around, down, and up, around, down, and up. Fantastic. 4 more. And 3. Last 2. And 1. Switching sides. Tuck the knee in. Bring the other forearm down. Extend the other leg back. Lift and release. Go ahead, back up and down. Let's go for 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Go ahead, hold this next one up. We are going to go into our circles around and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and reverse your circle all the way around. Oh, say hello to Dusty. And rest. Awesome. Bring those knees down. Reach the arms forward, hips to heels. Extend all the way from your fingertips down to your hips. That's the end of our workout today. Like and subscribe for more to let me know you want more videos like this one. Thank you for watching and follow on social at HealyFit.